Right, so as I mentioned, we got this Carrera Go expansion set for Christmas. So let's go ahead and pop this out. I'm just really after at the moment cars, so we'll just get that sleeve out of there. So we've got Lewis Hamilton in his Ferrari, and then we have Max Verstappen in his Red Bull here. So let's just try and gingerly get these out of here. That's one. And that's two. I'm just going to sit there. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. The overall finish looks really good. Decals look really nice. There's a couple of marks on this Ferrari here. I don't know if you guys can pick it up, but on the nose there's, I don't know if it's excess paint maybe from screen printing perhaps. Seems like it's almost the same thing up here. And then almost like some, perhaps just dust. But definitely up here, it's a little disappointing right up here on the nose. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up or not, but let's take a closer look at Max here. Just kind of looking it over with you guys. Same sort of thing here. Some of it is just box fuzz, but the paint is definitely much cleaner on the nose. Much cleaner on the nose on this one. And there's a lot more going on, it seems, too. They did a much better job of nailing it. I mean, look at those tiny Castor logos on the mirrors, like, wow. Let's just kind of take a quick look here. So, a little bit of, I'm not sure if that's mold. Yeah, it looks like it must be mold that they've put in little notches in the body, maybe to simulate hardware in the seams. It almost looks like debris at a distance. Like, check this one again. This one does not have that. So it's a difference. It's a difference in how they're showing the car is constructed, perhaps how the side pods go on. But anyways, let's move on here. So tire placement. The Red Bull not fully seated. So let's go ahead and work that around. So yeah, that's disappointing. It's kind of deformed. Maybe we'll pop that off and see if there's a reason why it's like that. No, just it spent so much time sitting up on the axle that it's got some deformation. And because it has the P0 on the other side, you can't really flip it around. So just have to try and work that outer lip over the wheel. Maybe if we go past and then we come back, that'll help us out here. 'Cause I don't want to start the brake in on this tire if it's not sitting on the wheel properly, because that's gonna ruin it. So we won't use this one for demonstration purposes, but you can almost see, I don't know if they test run these in the factory, but it almost looks like that tire is more worn on that outer edge, or the inner edge, sorry, already. Like they didn't notice it was on that seat when they tested it, perhaps. But anyway, we'll move on. The front, again, not fully seated on there. This isn't a knock to Carrera at all, but I almost feel like when the cars are put in mass boxes like this, that there may be ones that maybe wouldn't pass individual inspection on the shelf. So grabbing, let's say an individual car, like we have a Sebastian Vettel on the shelf there, I have that in the package, a new one in the package as well. And grabbing that, being able to look at it, you'd be able to cycle through them. But when they're in this, you only get one view. So maybe they're strategically at the factory picking the cars. No accusations, but you know, we have a set, obviously, what this has come from, and we had a couple of imperfections on that car too. So let's check the tires on this one. So we're looking at Lewis's car now. So the rears are a little bit better. They're not quite as bad as that Red Bull. Let's check the other side. So same thing, so the inside on his is not seated properly. Seems to be a running theme we got here. So we'll try and get that on there. Should be better, because I was hoping to use this one as a demo. So let's check the fronts. So wow, this one's really been through something. Maybe there was such a high demand for these cars that they had to pump out some rough ones and just fill some boxes. So you guys see what I'm talking about here. So when we look at Max's car, his front tires, they're perfect, okay? Nothing, no imperfections at all. Let's take a look at Lewis's front tires. So you can see in the reflection of the light, hopefully, you can see a mold imprint there. That's probably where the tire was injected. If we look at this side and we were to rotate the tire around, we'll find the same thing. And it's almost in the exact same spot. So I thought it was a mark at first, but after looking at the two of them, I'm going to say that's where these tires are injected. And then look, we got excess paint and stuff again. So the fronts aren't as crucial. You know, on a Go setup, you've got your pin, and then on these particular cars, we're running magnets. It's for kids and you know, novice adults too. So we're trying to have some fun here. So let's go and break this in. You get a new car, you want to true the tires. So if you take a look at this Lando Norris here, I got this one, let's just call it 6 months ago. And that's probably the last time we used the track, honestly. You can see the tires. These ones were really good out of the package. They're really easy to true. Didn't take a lot of time. You can see they're all scuffed. If we look at this one, you can see they're all shiny. So this still has mold release on it. Oh, even the rears. Even the rears have got a little dimple. At least this one does from the mold. So anyway, going back, you can see they're shiny. That's gonna have mold release compound and stuff on there still. Not gonna give you a good contact patch, especially since I can see, you may not be able to see on the camera, that they're actually dished. So you're not getting the full contact patch that you would be if we were to run this car in. So what we got here is a tire truing setup. This is all 3D printed. So we have the sanding pads on here, we've got a cleaning pad on here. So this is the Track Pro TT1A. So I just got this online a couple years ago. Great piece of kit. It just locks onto the track, and then you have a spot for your car to kind of sit in here. So I was going to show you how easy it is. So that's it. It's locked on the track now. So you could simply take the car, set it in here, and we can work on truing these tires. So let's just take a look at these brushes first. So one thing that you want to do is these are really stiff. So this is going to actually hold the car off the track. So you want to work these in a little bit. And how you do that, just simply pinch it and push it down. Pinch it, push it down. Same sort of thing on this end. Do that a couple times. Take some of the stress out of it. And then you just want to simply push them back. Give it a little pull, a little twist, and then push them back. And there you go. You're ready to roll. So let's get this set up on the truer here. Sorry guys, I didn't know the heater was running. I wasn't paying attention. Busy doing this part. We're in Canada. It's minus 30 Celsius right now in the garage. We need the heat going to be out here. So we're ready to true this up. So we'll get the thing going. This particular one, we turn it on, and then we have to pair a remote. So we're paired up here. We actually need lane 2 because that's the one we have our true kit set up on. So that should be good. So we'll give the motor an easy start here. Let it break in a little bit. Just, you don't want to go right off the hop, going full load on the sandpaper. Give the brushes a chance. You can actually hear the tone will start changing on its own, kind of up and down, up and down. So it gives you an idea that you're improving the contact patch. So you give it a couple of reds maybe. Okay, so let's set this down on here. So I'm not going to do a lot, I'll do a little bit and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So let's take a look at these tires. So just in that short period of time, we can see we've got a good spot there. Not so much a contact spot there. Then we have a high spot, or sorry, a low spot, because it's not making any contact. We've got contact on either side of that. And if we keep going around, we can see another low spot. Here's another low spot. Now let's look at the other side. So if we're going around, we have a lot of load on the edges of the tire. And then let's keep going. There's that dimple. Just a lot of area where we're not making good contact, like right through here. We're only on the edges. So you wanna do this. You wanna take your time, rotate the sandpaper, clean the rubber debris off as you're going, and then once you kind of got it in a good spot, run it on your microfiber cloth here, clean it up, and you're good to go. So I don't want to waste your time busting that in all the way. So we'll quickly clean up Lando, and we'll send them around here for a couple laps. So look at that. Look how perfect and uniform that contact patch is. So this car should rip around here pretty good. Slap that down. So, as I said, haven't used the track. That was first go live. Let's try lane 1. Let's see how she does. So that's a bit of a spot where we're trying to, I've got a shim under here, just trying to get this dialed in a little bit so we don't lose contact. Figure that part out. Oof, spun out there. So you guys get the idea. Well, that was a look at my slot car setup here. Maybe we can do a little bit more of this stuff on the channel. It's usually been all RC content, but why not? We can throw a little bit more slot car stuff on here. I'm still trying to finish this out. I want to do some sort of a paddock layout, maybe grandstands. Not sure yet. I'm trying to dial that in. But anyway, yeah, you guys have a great weekend. Peace.